What's up, YouTube? It's because I'm Black, your favorite anime podcast host, and I'm here today with my other co-host to talk to you about anime, with Attack on Anime. So, guys, introduce yourselves, man.
That was the worst intro I've ever done.
It's beautiful artwork.
I quit this podcast. Attack my ass. I'll see you later. I'm just kidding. Hey guys, I'm the BlackCriticGuy. Review animes and movies on my channel.
I'm HeavenlyController. YouTube, all that bullshit.
Thisvthattv, a YouTube anime reviewer, and writer on Modernwarnegro.com. Also, a couple maintenance things. We're having more trouble with the getting the podcast on iTunes and Stitcher. They will still be going up. They'll just be going up a little bit later because we're having problems with the feed again. Just letting you guys know.
All right, cool. Well, that's not cool. Hopefully we.
You need to like choose your words carefully.
Hopefully we get that fixed. Goddamn. I hope you guys like my artwork right here. It really brings out my eyes.
There.
It brings out my eyes.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow.
moving on. Anime news. Let's talk about the Bootleg Anime Sticker Guy. He has been allegedly been selling bootleg anime stickers that made like 23 million yen, which is like
2 million yen.
Oh, 2 million?
Yeah, it was like 2 million yen over 3 years. So honestly, it wasn't like he barely made anything. It was 17,000 US dollars over like 3 years.
Wow, that's pretty sad.
That's a lot for some damn stickers, though.
That's true.
Yeah, it is.
That's true.
Then you gotta wonder how much it costs to make the stickers, how much time, anyway.
I mean, like, what kind of stickers are we talking about? Are we talking about stickers you put on your notebook or like fatheads, like,
I would imagine like notebook stickers.
I think they're like notebook
You're
stickers.
a fathead. You see that?
fatheads are like, those could be a lot. Cost a lot.
You seen that? What is it? That Billy Nye the Science Guy. You're a fathead. We all are fatheads because we got that in our heads. No.
See, this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing to the joke.
All right. Anyway, what are y'all thoughts on the sticker guy?
Shit, if I were him, I'd do it again. Make $17,000 more. Oh, he was arrested? Oh,
Yeah, he was arrested.
That's why we're talking about it.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want to do.
That's like some Asians, man. They chop your head off. You're like, oh, you stealing my stickers? You go to jail. Crazy. Like, what happened to just suing people? No, you're just going straight to jail. You're gonna get your head chopped off.
I mean, they're probably gonna sue whatever company.
It was Evangelion and Haruhi stickers.
Ooh.
So yeah.
And then here's my other thing too. How do you wait 3 years to notice that these stickers are being sold? Like, you kind of late for the party at that point.
They're stickers though. It's like not like the first thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Japan is a big
fucking
country,
stickers.
so.
Like, they're stickers. It's not like he's bootlegging their Blu-rays or something. It's like fucking stickers.
Like, I
People
can
make
imagine.
stickers for all kinds of stuff. I got stickers all over my wall. I'm sure the guy who wrote Dragon Ball Z didn't make the stickers. You don't see those people getting sued.
I feel like there was like a huge sting operation on his house. Like, you ever seen the movie Raid? There's like just 30 guys busting in.
the stickers, searching his closet.
He was in the middle of printing the stickers as they came in. He was just printing out new sheets and sheets of stickers.
It's like when people raid a freaking meth lab, but it's actually a sticker factory. It's like, run them over.
You're not dealing with Rick Ross here right now. It's not like printing out money and making it rain every day. He made $17,000 US wise.
Just put this in like perspective. Like in America, like they're raiding drug houses, like trap house bandos. Like they be in there like 30, 20 officers deep. They up there arresting guys for like stickers in Japan.
That's how you know. That's like those are the kind of crimes you got over there. They be getting arrested for stickers. Like, who stole my Barbie doll or whatever? They probably got some like.
I want to live there. Is that the highest like crime rate right there? Like,
I mean, they don't got things like racism. They're all the same race over there. So they got to find other stuff to focus on, other issues that have to be important. Like, who's fucking printing my anime on their sticker? I'm gonna sue that bitch over there. So. Yeah,
but I can see. At the end of the day, I can see why they would be mad. One, that's copyright infringement. Two, anime is like Japan's #1 export of the world, I believe.
It might be.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that because like when you think of like anime as like the like movies for us, like if somebody started making Marvel stickers, you know, they obviously couldn't do that, but I think getting arrested is a bit of a stretch. I mean, I don't know how it works over here, but I can't see someone getting arrested for printing stickers.
I mean, they'll slap you with like some type of like ticket, like, hey, you gotta pay this type of fine. It'd be like a shit ton of money, but I don't think they would arrest the person.
Well,
Yeah, you might. You might get arrested.
You might send him into cardiac arrest when he looks at the paper like that much. Oh.
The thing is, he's getting arrested for not making them well, for actually selling them. Like here, you can make as many fan films about like I know a guy that just did a fan film about like Deadpool, right? Like you can make a fan film about it, but if you were to charge people to actually see it, that's where the legal problems would come in because like you can't. The source material is belong to Marvel/Disney. I don't know who now, but
yeah, that's like a video. That's like, you know.
But I can
go to a store and
with
see
a sticker.
I can go to the store and see, like, I mean, people make stickers for anime here in America. I'm sure they don't have to get like some type of license, like even if it's like fan art or something like that. And you know, but maybe that's what it is. Like, I think maybe there's a difference between if it's just like something like you can draw a painting of something from an anime and sell it and then make money that way. So maybe it's like they got some images. Like I want to know like more concrete details. Like, did they get images that they didn't want to be released, like specific images that they were producing or something like that? You know, like stuff like that I can see too. Like, imagine if they
like took stuff from the internet and just printed it and sold it. That's what I'm assuming that's what he did. He's like, oh, that's an iconic pose right there. I'm just gonna take that, print it, and sell it.
Maybe
Upskirt shot. Nah.
Because like think of like if like somebody started making stickers for movie posters before they were even released. Yeah, I can see them getting like, you know, them jumping on the grenade for that kind of stuff. So, you know, that kind of thing I can understand too.
I mean, it was Evangelion though, so that's a classic. I feel like. It's like it's their name alone is profitable, you know, like.
And then also, like, another thing taking consideration, did they know beforehand that, you know, like, did someone put out a thing like, we will arrest you if you make Evangelion stickers? And then he's just like, I don't give a fuck, I'm a thug, I'm gonna make my Evangelion stickers and everything. And then they're like, okay, well, we warned you, you know, if it's kind of a thing that's public knowledge, it's already out there, like, don't make our fucking stickers, and then they went and did it, then it's like, well, that's kind of asking for it at that point.
I don't know if you guys have ever like watched some like Japanese rap music videos, but he said like he's like a fucking gangster. That's what I imagine. Just like he's got like baggy pants, the long change, and they got a do-rag.
Little K-pop 3D glasses on.
They try to act so tough that they look like freaking like a baby. Anyway, why are we still talking about this guy?
All right, selling anime stickers is illegal. Don't do it. On to the goddamn Otaku story where how many people were interviewed this week?
10,000.
10,000 people were interviewed. 10,000. And 23% of 10,000, which would be like 23,000.
2,300.
That's what I said. 2,300. 2,300 people, 23% of the people interviewed say that they are self-proclaimed
Otaku.
I was doing dramatic pause, okay?
The dramatic.
No, I was doing dramatic pause. Now I gotta redo it, okay? Fuck it. Let's
Acclaim.
What is it, guys?
Just gave up.
They saw that Me video and they felt comfortable. They're like, oh man, that video is badass. I want people to know that. This is the kind of hardcore life I live right here.
Yeah, right here. Me, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I got girls with their bare tits jumping out of my TV too. Show some respect. You know?
Oh, you're talking about me. Where was this interview at? It was in Japan or like all over the world, or?
I think it was just in Japan. It was by the Yano Research Institute. They surveyed over 10,000 men and women between the ages of 15 and 69 living in Japan.
69. Anyway, that's interesting. Very interesting. So I guess if you go to Japan, there's a 23% chance you will meet an otaku. Maybe find some.
A self-proclaimed otaku doesn't mean that the other 77% isn't an otaku. That's like,
true.
I think like being a self-proclaimed otaku in Japan isn't like how it would be if you were like, oh, I just stay home and jack off and watch anime all day at home. Like, I think that if you were in like Japan, that's like what you would call like if I'd say I'm a nerd here in America. That's like if you say that in Japan, you say you're otaku, it's like on the same level. So there's probably a lot of people just like, yeah, I'm an otaku. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. And you know, same way people would say they're a nerd or something like that. So it's like not that big of a deal to them because everyone does it. So you know.
I didn't know masturbation was one of the key things to being an otaku.
If that's a
You're like, I was lost.
I mean,
You can speak for yourself on that one. Anyway. There's a 23% chance of meeting an otaku in Japan, and I agree with you on the fact that self-acclaimed and it being different in Japan, their definition of it.
Yeah, because I believe isn't a otaku like has a bad connotation over
that's
there?
why I always thought like ignorance of Japanese culture, but yeah, I always heard that otaku, like that's something that you didn't want to be.
Yeah, that and a need, like
like a hikikomori or whatever.
I don't think it was a very neat idea to be called an otaku.
Yeah, that was so corny. Alrighty.
Fuck you, Black. Okay, you got a big booty hole in your picture. I think I can say some corny ass jokes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever.
Moving on. What are your thoughts on it this week?
I really don't have a big opinion on it other than like the self-proclaimed thing is like I'm kind of thinking it could be the opposite of like what Anthony was saying, like self-proclaimed, just like kind of like how like the nerd thing is in America. Like a lot of people might say they are nerds, but other nerds would say that they're not nerdy enough or stuff like that. Like it could
nerd,
like,
what are you claiming?
Say, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm an otaku, but they're really not an otaku. Like it could be the same thing either way.
I was thinking along the lines like say you interview like 100 people and then like 2 of them be like, yeah, I'm a self-proclaimed murderer, or I'm a self-proclaimed rapist, and like
That's
what
a
shit
bit
would be
extreme,
Bill
but,
Cosby, he'll be like, no. But anyway,
But no, I mean, like, I think that, but kind of like, I think if someone really was an otaku, they probably wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, I'm an otaku. Like, the people who are probably saying that are the ones who aren't, and the ones that actually, like, they kind of know on the inside that's what they are and don't want to admit it. Those are probably the people who didn't proclaim it, really.
I mean, like, there's no 100% way you will know for sure, but like, there are at least 23 people admitting it, and then plus the age range was like to like 69, haha, but it was up to like 69, so I doubt some of the people were like, what is Yu Yu Hakusho gonna do next today? As they die slowly from cancer from Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Haha, America won.
I know, like, if you're
Japan, sure. Continue.
you're a fucking old ass man. I mean, you probably like, what the fuck's an otaku? So I think that their subject group wasn't a very precise, you know.
A good. I don't know, cause I mean, you know, anime's been over there for a long time. Maybe not 69 years old, but maybe they narrowed the age limit.
There's some kind of stuff I think that came out in like the 50s and 40s.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm saying like not to the point where the population would be, you know, really into it like they are today. So,
yeah, but people could always say like the whole anime market has changed. So
yeah. My foot fell asleep. Anyone else have any thoughts about otakus? And
I just want to say that I consider myself an otaku, so I'm proud to say it.
I don't even really 100% know what the fucking otaku is, really. It's just...
Let's Google it.
Sit at home.
Because we could be talking to people that don't even know what an otaku is. I mean, it's unlikely, but it's possible.
I'll Google it.
Well, see, based on Wikipedia, otaku is a Japanese term for people with obsessive interests, commonly the anime and manga fandom.
Fandom?
Yeah,
fandom.
Contemporary usage originated with Akio Nakamori's 1983 essay, Manga Bariko. Otaku may be used as a, I don't even know, pejorative. Its negativity stems from the stereotypical view of otaku and the media's reporting on the Tatsumo Miyazaki, the otaku murder in 1989.
Okay.
Well, according to the Urban Dictionary, otaku is an extremely negative in meaning and is used to refer to someone who stays at home all the time and doesn't have a life. # no social life, parentheses, no love life, etc.
What? That's a
Well,
neat.
apparently
That is a
masturbating.
neat. That's not an otaku. They're
Yeah.
two different things.
Yeah, people will define it differently. So
I really thought Otaku was mainly focusing on anime and manga, but
But yeah, I think because they said like otaku basically meant anybody that's obsessive about one element. Like
yeah,
you could be an otaku about sports, an otaku about slippers, an otaku about pencils. It's just someone that's very just drawn into the world of one element, you know?
The literal term is just mean you never leave your house. And then apparently, according to Japanese people, it's a Japanese word describing a person beyond the realm of fandom, but into mania that is improperly used by American fans.
That seems about right.
okay. I'm gonna go look at the list of our notes.
Oh my god! Otaku became a taboo because of Miyazaki Tsutomu, who went on a
Yeah.
toddler murdering spree in the 80s. What the fuck?
Yeah.
that was-
Videotaping the young girls he had murdered from an obsession with lolicon, female pedophilic
Oh.
manga. What the hell? I'll see these fucking Asians, man. You never hear about some stuff like that happening in America. At least not that extreme.
I think you do.
Yeah, I'm about to say you do hear about.
If,
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna go on a witch hunt for it, but
I heard
I
some.
think
I
it's
mean,
as common
let's
as
talk
common.
about like freaking Ted Bundy. You know, this guy freaking luring gay people into his house and killing them. That's.
I know. And here in America, I think it was in Chicago. There was like this this couple that would like say they would have sex with people on Craigslist, and then they like killed over 23 people and like hid the bodies. And they were saying this, and they would like eat the bodies later. It was crazy. But anyway, we kind of straight up went to cannibalism.
yeah.
Back to anime.
Let's talk about the cannibal in the story. Let's move on.
What is the top selling light novels in goddamn Japan this week? Can you do that?
It got up its head.
So in 2014, the top selling
2014.
light novels in Japan by series, number 1 was The Irregular at Magic High School. Number 2 was Sword Art Online. Number 3 was Kagero Dase. I think I'm saying that right. Number 4 is the Monogatari series. And number 5 is my teen romantic comedy Snafu. Other highlights are No Game, No Life at 7. Apparently there's a Sword Art Online Progressive at 11. Data Live at 13. Black Bullet 14. The Devil's a Part-Timer 16. Excel World 17. I guess like to see the new show Tokyo Ravens is at 29. And yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and another thing that I don't understand. Here's my question. What does the light novel correlate with, like a story, like in the manga or something, or is it like its own secular thing? Like, how does that work?
There can be light novels of different, like there's series that have manga and light novels, and like the anime can be adapted from either or I think sometimes even both. So like it can be their own thing. I think they usually are their own thing, but yeah.
Or is it kind of like an OVA to an anime kind of thing? Like it's a extra story outside of the manga, but it's like still considered within the canon plot or whatever, or something like that, you know. Once again, I'm gonna see it here. Let's see.
Let's Google.
Oh shit.
Been googling a lot today for this one.
Yeah.
Google answers all.
We are doing this on Google Chat, so
Might as well.
might as
Yeah,
well.
we should be getting some Google endorsements.
Google.
happening.
Let's see some money, baby. Some money.
So, while he does that, how's everyone's break? Huh?
It's going pretty well. I think.
So,
It's over now.
Oh yeah,
A
my
light
birthday-
novel only has 10 images, so these people actually read this shit?
Yeah, it's a novel, like it's a book.
book.
Oh, it's like a story and shit. Oh my god.
man.
How do you go from watching a full-blown anime to reading a book? Like, these people are,
Oh, no, man. That's nasty.
people are renaissance men, man. Got multiple skills. They can read and stuff.
They can read?
I remember, like, I once read a book, or almost read a book that had, like, no, that had no
I
pictures.
almost read a book.
I almost died that day, bro.
You were just like looking at it like,
Like, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. It really wasn't. You want to know what happens to people that read? You guys want to know what happens?
What?
what?
This is what happens to people that read, bro. This. Don't read, guys. Don't read.
What
So
the-
apparently, from what it looks like, light novels are usually first, and then a manga is made after the light
Yeah.
novel.
It's like a screenplay. Like here in the screenplay, it'd be a screenplay, then the actual script, and then the movie, and then Yeah. Anyway, you guys have anything to say about those?
Nah, man.
Not a whole lot, other than I guess the hype for Sword Art Online is still going on, even a couple years after its release.
Well, the
Very,
new season was this year too, so.
it's
I
very
forgot about
shocking.
that.
It's very shocking that Attack on Titan's completely out of the top 20.
Do they
I mean,
even
is
light
Attack on
novels?
Titan
It
have a light
It was
novel?
light novel, yeah, it was light novel. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
but
Okay, but in terms of the what's it called? Fucking Sword Art Online, the anime. Now, okay, I personally like a lot of people are just like, oh fuck Sword Art Online. I liked season 1. Season 2, man, fuck season 2. Season 2 is garbage. I stopped watching it. Like I just stopped. I finished. I got got past the GGO crap, and now it's just a harem anime. I'm just like, okay, I'm over it.
it was a harem from the second half of season
Don't
1.
spoil. God dang it! I don't want any spoilers.
All right, look,
That's
I'm
not a
still gonna
spoiler,
watch
I
it,
mean, you
even
know.
though I heard it's bad. I'm still gonna watch it.
let's just move on to
Let's
topic.
move on to how much we love Black, because
I mean, have you seen his face? Have you seen it?
Which face? Like your face, or like the face of the freaking picture
This
you
one.
have on your freaking banner?
You mean Black China?
Oh
See,
God,
Black
really?
It was Black China. What are you talking about? Yeah. Moving on to the next subject. We have my girl Skojo, Scarlett Johansson. You know the homie. To Attack on Anime, my homie. She is doing she got the lead part for Ghost in the Shell. She's the main character, which I forgot her name, which is sad. But I don't know, like this past weekend, I really wanted to watch Ghost in the Shell, but Ghost in the Shell, they took away her like the main character is supposed to be Japanese. It's based in Japan, and there's a little controversy going on about Japan kind of losing a piece of themselves, allowing Skojo to be the main android character. What are your thoughts about this in any way or form?
I think it's very disappointing. Like I like ScarJo, like you said,
ScarJo,
she's down with the homies, but really, do we need Scarlett Johansson to be the main? I mean,
Yes,
I kind of
we need
understand. I understand they need a big name to bring people into the movie to see it, but doesn't the name Ghost in the Shell already kind of seem like a bigger, like the property itself should speak for itself? That's why with Star Wars they didn't cast like a lot of big name people because the brand speaks for itself. You don't need to have freaking people bring it in. And I think for like Ghost in the Shell, although you might consider it a cult classic, it also inspired a lot of sci-fi movies that we see nowadays.
Like
A good ass trailer, people will go see it.
I don't think that Scarlett Johansson's in it to like make it more popular. It's not like we're seeing commercials of it like Ghost in the Shell starring Scarlett Johansson. Like I think she just happens to be in it, and I think that's just Scarlett Johansson, like something personally that she's deciding to do. Like I think that's pretty badass. Like she wants to, go into other stuff. Like if she wants to do voices for anime, like more often, that's awesome.
Well, wait, it's a Ghost in the Shell. It's a live action movie, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it going to be like an American produced movie, or is it a Japanese produced movie with Scarlett Johansson as the lead?
Bunch of Asians running around, and you just got Scarlett Johansson.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, like personally, I might get some flack for this, but I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell yet. From my understanding of it, it's
amazing.
Well, yeah. Besides that, is it just like the main female character is Asian, and then everybody else around her is not Asian?
I think there are a few multicultural people, but
is it for the majority? Is it majority?
Asian.
I mean, let's face it. If we're going off of anime, nobody in there is Asian. You like?
I mean, you're going to go physical.
Asian people.
Come on.
Well, I think it's like, okay, if everybody in the show is Asian, and then they just have Scarlett Johansson there, it's like, okay.
I feel like
who's producing it? Is it being produced by Americans or by the Japanese?
It's gonna be it's an American film for an American audience with a Japanese.
Well, then that's fine, I guess. Like it depends on what things for.
It's not fine at all. It's terrible. And I mean, I'll go back to what Anthony said. Like maybe this is a passion project. I never once heard Scarlett Johansson ever say she was ever into anime, or if she even seen Ghost in the Shell. This
I
was
mean,
a choice.
who's there to ask her that question though? Who's like, hey, do you like anime like that? It doesn't correlate to any conversation she would end up in, you know?
Are you kidding
just
me?
another
She
job.
stars. She's the Black Widow. She was in Lucy. All elements of a
What does that
badass.
do with anime? What does it do with anything Japanese related?
But
Like,
what is Ghost in the Shell about? It's about this badass robotic female character that goes around and kills people. When you think of Scarlett Johansson, you think of her as this badass female that beats up a lot of people.
Well, I'm sure now that this Ghost in the Shell thing is becoming a thing, then maybe she'll start talking about it. Be like, oh yeah, ever since I was I don't know. I used to watch Toonami when I was 12. I don't know, whatever the fuck she was. She's liked anime all this time, and there's just never been some. I mean, I doubt that. I mean, this is probably just a movie, but you know, I think it's just one of those things. Like she shows up in all kinds of stuff. It's probably just one of those movies that just shows up. She probably didn't even know it was based off of anime when she originally she saw Ghost in the Shell. That sounds like an interesting plot, and then decided to be a part of the movie, kind of thing.
Well, another thing is like, hold on, I'm like, if it's being produced in America by American people, how closely do you actually think it's going to follow the original series?
I mean, from the track record we have seen, we probably might not be getting something good.
That's what look at Avatar,
Dragon Ball
American.
But then they also have to take into consideration whoever it is producing the movie too, because you know normally these like licensed movies normally they're like handed to people who like never made a good movie before, like you know, and freaking even when the Avatar thing, like I don't, oh my god, let's not even get into that, or like the Legend of the whatever.
The Last Airbender.
Like I don't even know what happened with that, because you know the M. Night Shyamalan guy, he doesn't make bad movies, but like he's made some okay movies, but I don't know, they handed him that thing and he just dumped that in the trash. So yeah, they I don't know, I would rather watch like Michael Bay Ninja Turtles wasn't a total disservice to the Ninja Turtle lore, so you know, give it to somebody who
disagree.
Movies.
I'm
not like a hardcore Ninja Turtles fan, but looking from the outside in, it looks like Ninja Turtles as far as I remember it. So you know.
No, I'm with Anthony. I like the TMNT reboot.
I've never seen it. I was just saying that there are a lot of people that would disagree
and say
that it's a disgrace.
They're stuck in their nostalgia and they're butthurt about who was controlling the property.
But I'm sure there's some diehard fan who's like, oh, well, his bandana wasn't blue, it was teal. They made it a wrong shade color. Like, you know, they get into the really nitty-gritty. It's not important at that point.
My point is, and you know, this has been an issue that's been going on in Hollywood for years now, is that they continue to take properties that are from other nations or have like other ethnic groups as main characters, and they completely whitewash it. And it feels like they're doing the same thing here with Ghost in the Shell. You know, why does the main character, the person we're supposed to follow, have to be another white character? You know, when it's predominantly from a Japanese, you know, it's a Japanese property. At least an Asian, somebody, you know, it's like the whole thing about Godzilla. Who was the main characters in Godzilla? Freaking Aaron Taylor Johnson and Bryan Cranston. They have one Japanese guy in the movie, and all he does is stand around and be like,
Godzilla's coming, let them fight.
Yeah, he said the Godzilla, yeah.
Godzilla.
So, see, and it just goes back to show you that Hollywood still has not learned their fucking lesson.
Well, see, their goal is to make money. So, like, from a business perspective, they might be making the smartest decision.
Well, I see where I definitely see.
From a business perspective, like Hollywood, they're not in it to appease the fan base. They're in it to make money. They don't care if the movie's terrible as long as they make money.
But here's my argument to that. They want to make money, right? And they're taking a very monumental property and adapting it. If they have learned their lesson in the past with Dragon Ball Evolution, The Last Airbender, Exodus, and all this stuff, movies that did not do well financially, maybe it's time to try different tactics. And that's not what they're doing. And that's why I have a problem with them casting Scarlett Jo. They're casting her because she is box office gold right now.
That's the point. That doesn't apply to Dragon Ball Evolution or Avatar The Last Airbender, because I can't name one actor that I really even... One really good actor that was in either of those movies. So
I don't think choosing Scarlett Johansson for the movie is what
What I'm-
would kill it. I think that, and like well, what Thisvthattv said, it was like they're not trying to appease the fan base. But have you heard of any movie that didn't appease the fan base and was good just overall? Like what's the whole point of making the movie if you're not going to at least appeal to the fan base?
They're gonna pander a little bit. They're gonna pander. I'm talking about in terms of like the main character. Like with but of course they're gonna pander to try to get as many people to come into the thing as possible. But it's like, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. Like in terms of like the show itself, I haven't seen the show. So like in terms of my personal opinion on the show as itself, I haven't seen it. So my judgment is basically was like, okay, why would they make this decision?
I feel like you guys got lost in what I was saying about Dragon Ball Evolution, The Last Airbender, and Exodus. I wasn't talking about like big name star things.
Whitewashing. Right?
Yeah, whitewashing. You know, they whitewashed those characters, and look what happened. It backfired on them.
I wouldn't say with Avatar completely, not completely. That was just a whole.
It was terrible.
But I see where everyone's coming from. My thoughts on the entire thing is ScarJo. I can see ScarJo doing that. That's her character, like in her last few recent movies, like a badass agent that kicks ass. Like that's ScarJo. And with the whitewashing, director-wise or whoever is the casting director, they're probably doing it for the money and the fact. Oh man, see, like her like recent roles, like her demeanor about her, it really fits the main character of Ghost in the Shell. So I see that. Yeah, at the same time I'm with Tony, and it's like hopefully the movie does not get completely whitewashed to the fact where there's no more Japanese people in a film about Japan in Japan. Like
well, that's the thing. That's like the shows, movies. They don't ever have to be. They're adaptations. They don't have to be exactly the same. And the story is going to be different. No, the story is going to be different. It's not going to be the same.
You have to stay to the source material. Like,
but
it's stray away from
it. It's not going to. It's not going to stay the same. They're going to switch
stray
it
away from it to a certain point.
It's not going to in the story.
It's gotta be bad.
Well, the thing is, like, that's the thing. It's not going to be the same, and it's not necessarily going to be bad. It's like the same thing with like anything else. Like, it's the nostalgia effect. Just because something's not the same does not mean it can't be good. That's the thing. Is if you can make good adaptations and change exactly what you're getting from the source material.
The fuck?
Random background noise. Well, like, let's say it's like the problem with all the other movies wasn't necessarily the whitewashing in general, even though you could say that's a problem. But the problem was that the actors that they replaced them with were terrible. If they would have whitewashed Dragon Ball Evolution and then same thing with Avatar: The Last Airbender, but all the acting was good and all the actors, people wouldn't care as much. It's because the movie sucked. It's because the movie sucked that people cared so much about why it was like that.
I mean, you also got to take into consideration, like, they weren't faithful to what they were adapting to.
I think that's
case, and they weren't faithful. And if they're going to fucking learn their lesson, they're gonna need to be faithful to the fucking source material.
Well,
no, but like I kind of agree with this. That said though, like no, what he said is that like even if it's one thing like with Dragon Ball Evolution, with like Avatar, whatever. Like and like how Black said, like you don't even recognize any of the actors in there. I think that's like half the battle is being dedicated to the source material, and the other half is that the acting is just bad in general for a movie overall. Like it's just bad acting, period. So maybe like Scarlett Johansson, you can breathe some life into something that would otherwise be bad acting, whether it's low to the source material or not. Because when I think of those other licensed movies that are based off of anime or cartoons or whatever, yeah, like the acting was bad. Even if you didn't watch the series and you wouldn't be there saying, oh, that's not low to the source material. You'd be looking at it and be like, this acting is bad. Like that's the thing that I think getting actors like Scarlett Johansson will change that cycle,
I guess.
All we can really do is see. Maybe Scarlett Johansson will surprise us. Maybe she really will, define this role to be hers. Maybe she'll bring something new to it. Maybe they'll actually get the Wachowskis to direct the film, which would be an excellent idea since they directed The Matrix, which was inspired by Ghost in the Shell. So, I know they put the two together. It's a beautiful mix right there.
I'm just thinking about it from a different perspective. Like, okay, if they were to adapt to something like a show that I really liked, like say like either like a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or a Code Geass, if they were to adapt that, how would I want that to be portrayed? Well, I guess Code Geass, I'm gonna take that out because a lot of the characters they're Britannian, so that wouldn't matter in terms of whitewashing. But let's see. I'll just say it was like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. If they were to take that series and they were to just say totally whitewash.
How about instead of make Al a robot, we're gonna turn him into like an 8-foot tall black guy?
That's like there's always a balance. Like as long as it's good, I think I could make compromises. Like when it strays away from the source material and it sucks, I think that's the problem. Like if it goes its own way and it does something different, but they say it's like, okay, this is based off of this and we're doing our own thing on top of it. If they don't try to, it just depends. Like I don't know exactly how I feel about changing source material and adding your own stuff.
When like I envision the movie, like the movie is gonna be adaptation, like you said. It's not. I feel like it doesn't have to follow or like recreate one of the movies or recreate anything in the anime itself. But here's what I want to happen. I want it to be the characters somewhat look the same that they do in the anime. I want the characters to act the same. I'm just saying look somewhat similar. It's possible. They can do it. Look at Nick Fury. Look at Avengers. All that shit. Like, it's possible.
Money.
But like, okay, make them look remotely the same. I mean, the American thing. The thing is, even though she's Japan, she does look like a Westerner. But moving past that, they need to keep the source material somewhat more relative. Like the characters have to act the same. They have to be in a similar looking environment, and like they have to like do the same as if they were in the anime. Like I feel like the entire race thing right now, I don't agree with the whitewashing 100%. However, I can definitely see Skojo being the main character. Like hands down, I could see her being the main character. As far as people saying Japan are losing a part of themselves or something to that extreme, your culture should not be defined by one anime.
Well, that plus
one cartoon series.
They get who they get permission from to make this movie.
I don't know whoever made it, bro.
Exactly. Whoever made Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Well, technically, they could just buy the rights to
or whatever company produced.
But still, my point is, it's not like they just said we're just going to take Ghost in the Shell and we're going to make a movie. Like, no, it's not like.
I mean, there was a process.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here comes the money.
I mean, maybe, like, look at it this way, though. If they have an actor like Scarlett Johansson, people who like Scarlett Johansson will see the movie even if they don't know what Ghost in the Shell is. And so if they're bringing in this audience and they have the funding, the money to make the movie dedicated to the source material, because, you know, otherwise if it was just a bunch of B-plus actors or whatever, then, you know, not even expecting the movie to make a lot. Because I think that when you know that Scarlett Johansson's going to be in the movie, you kind of have a higher expectation of how much money this is going to make. And then maybe you could be a little bit, be more faithful in putting in that much more effort, that much more funding into the movie, knowing, well, Scarlett Johansson's in it, so we can do more, we can take a bigger leap of faith, because maybe the movie will make more money because Scarlett Johansson's in it, kind of thing. So that could also be part of it.
I mean,
compromise. Like putting Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U only, you know, compromise.
Just that, you know, again, the whole idea of casting Scarlett Johansson in this role, it just feels like another defeat, you know, where we could actually have some innovation and actually cast, you know, relative Asian characters in an Asian property, you know, could be the next step for them. But they decided to just cop out and do what they always do, and it's heartbreaking.
The main thing, I guess, so that I'm just gonna say the last thing is like, I don't care if the actor was like the same race, as long as they could act out how the character is supposed to be, and if that actor is the best actor. Like, would you rather have an actress who isn't Asian do it and she played the role perfectly, or an Asian actress that wasn't as good just because she was Asian?
I prefer the whitest albino chick to deliver it properly than an Asian to just totally blow it, like, you know.
It's a balancing act.
That's kind of an unfair question, because that's like saying that there are no good Asian actors.
I know, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what
I mean, like, what Asian actors do you know about that are like, yeah, like those actors are really good. You know?
All right, listen. All right, so to wrap this up, Anthony, give us your final thoughts on this matter.
Okay, well, I can just say that I think the reason they have American actors in these kind of movies is because America just makes more movies, so these actors have more experience. So when they want to go high budget and more high end with their movies, they get these higher actors. I don't think it's necessarily because she's American. I think it's just because of, you know, those types of situations. But at the end of the day, it's just like Thisvthattv said. So long as they do it correctly, I could care less what actors they have, whatever. So long as they do the movie properly, then, you know, it is what it is, and that's fine.
Thisvthattv, what are your thoughts on it, man?
I have mixed feelings about this. Like, one hand, like I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell, so in terms of like what I would like to see out of it, I couldn't tell you that. But it's like, as long as they do the job whoever's they play the part the way they're supposed to play the part, then it doesn't really matter to me. It's like another thing is like the racial thing. It's not a big deal. It's like even with like stuff like Attack on Titan, the Attack on Titan movies. Like I'm pretty sure all of the actors in that are Asian, even though I think very few of the characters in the actual anime are actually Asian. So it's like it's not a big deal. As long as you can play the part, then you can do the job. So
Tony.
I like Scarlett Johansson. I think honestly she could do it. I think the only reason she got it because she has played roles similar to that is just again I'm on the side of disappointment that this is continuing to happen and that Hollywood's not really trying to take risks like they used to and trying to do something different and having faith in their properties. And if it, I don't know what the movie's gonna be like. I'm not saying that it's gonna be a complete disaster because Scarlett Johansson's in it. She's proven to be a good actress, and she can play a really strong female character. She can carry the movie. But if this is the first news that we got about Ghost in the Shell, it's just not a good sign for me because then that means down the road, what about the rest of the casting announcements? And we'll just have to wait and see, honestly. Let's see how the project comes together, who they're going to get to write it. I want to really know who's going to write it. I want to know who's directing, who's helming it, what's the setting, things like that. And then we can get a full idea of how this movie's going to come about. But the whole casting of Scarlett Johansson worries me and also, again, disappoints me.
All right, Black, what do you have to say? All right, man. I would say that, one, Hollywood stopped whitewashing. Two, ScarJo is perfect for this role. What I don't want to see is like the entire cast be white people. Like that would just be a complete injustice to the series, the fans. Wouldn't make sense. Stay close to the source material. ScarJo, hit me up 281-330. I'm about to blow. Anyway, moving on.
Yo, fuck you, man.
Moving on, let's talk about our main thing, which is the best anime of 2014. I'm gonna go first. I don't know how to go first. Really. I'm gonna go first.
That's the anime we've seen in 2014,
yeah, we've seen.
Right? Yeah, okay.
I mean, all right.
Yeah,
my thing is,
personal.
my selection of the anime, probably the same with VJ. It's gonna be very, I said VJ. This V is gonna be way slimmer than Tony's and probably HeavenlyController. So I'm gonna go first. I would really mainly only watch action anime, shonen, and on occasion, like if there's like a thriller or something like not completely action related, I'd watch it. But for the most part, I only really watch action anime and a few comedies. But anyway, so my top action animes are. Can I just do more than one or?
Yeah, you could do more than one.
For me, I'm gonna do animes that also ended in 2014 that not necessarily started in. So, one I would have to say is Kill la Kill. It started in winter season, I believe. However, it ended in 2014, and like you really can't. Like the anime was just so on point. It had a very diverse cast, and like the roles were played in there. So I felt like that one easily has to be on my top. Let's just say top 5 animes I've seen. Next on my list would be I know he likes it because he likes Mako so much. Is it Mako? Tony, who's the one in Kill la Kill you like the most?
Mako!
Mako, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Alright. So next I would say one of my favorite ones was Akame got Kill. I think that started this year.
Speaking of that,
Akame got Kill. One thing I really admire about Akame got Kill is the fact that it showed the human side of even the bad guys. So even when the bad guys, their friends died, it showed you like they grieve when they lose their comrades. It showed that even the bad guy wants to fall in love and like have a family. It showed people like the bad guys having a family. It showed everyone having a family. It showed people's good side, their dark side. It was an anime that despite certain themes in there, I felt like it really stood out because like it wasn't just straightforward. It wasn't your typical they're the bad guys. I have to destroy them. Everyone had a reason, whether it be noble or whether it would be people just following orders or people doing it because they know it was the right thing to do. I felt like the anime has to be on the list, mainly because the storytelling of that anime. Next, I would probably say Tokyo ESP. Tokyo ESP, that shit was cool.
I haven't watched that.
It's basically the Japanese X-Men. Basically, everyone gets powers.
That's awesome.
Oh,
yeah,
Espers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
That's
now.
first, ESP.
That was in the summer.
Espers just means like oh my god.
It's like supernatural. It's like supernatural
Yeah,
powers. That's what it is.
Yeah, mainly
Powers.
Yeah.
Thisvthattv does not approve.
What do you mean?
Of Espers or Tokyo ESP.
Oh,
Let me see. What else do I have to say?
yeah.
Even though this anime, animes that came out in or just overall.
Anything that you've seen in 2014.
All right, another one I saw me, Black. I saw Naga. I was telling you about that a few podcasts ago, but Naga, I really like that shit, man. Like it was very
Maggie or Maggie?
Maggie.
Yeah.
Magnificent Maggie.
I like 3 episodes into that.
I liked it. My shit is blue. I liked it because why did I like it? I liked it because I don't know why I liked it. I liked it because,
I liked it because
I'm doing something too, so I liked it because it was it's sort of like the clip.
I think he doesn't look.
It had politics. It had politics in it. I remember now. It had a lot of political things in there, and I felt like kind of happened back then, and probably even some stuff now. It had a really strong political side to it, and it wasn't just the anime. And that fighting scene that was dope. That's really cool. And the characters actually evolved. I don't like one character because she's a little crying bitch, but almost every anime has it now, so you gotta just deal with it. But the anime, the characters evolved. Niggas evolved, and shit. There's political themes in there. It wasn't just about kill him because he's bad. There's political shit to it. I'm trying to see what else while I move my camera around. Shit. I want to do one more. How about I did Kill la Kill? I did Kill la Kill, Mad Guy. That's just the only two I did.
No.
Akame got killed.
Akame got killed.
Akame got killed.
Oh my
Akame got
god!
killed.
No game, no life. No game, no life. I had to put that one there.
I haven't watched that either.
Akame got killed, no life. All right. How many I did? I did 3.
4.
And now this one, No Game, No Life. That has to be on my top 5. Oh my god!
I think that's still just 4.
Oh,
No
that's
Game, No Life, Akame ga Kill, Kill la Kill, and No Game, No Life.
All right, so 4. I'm gonna do 5. No Game, No Life. No Game, No Life.
Yeah,
5.
4.
4. Okay. No Game, No Life. That shit was a side day. Oh my god! It was like strategy. It was like strategy. Suspense. Like I'd never be so happy to see people play chess before in my life. Like the game was No Game, No Life. It took a spin on the what is it? The suspense / thriller genre, and it was very comedic. It was so I felt like No Game, No Life. It matches my personality because you know me, I do stuff over the top, I'm just an over the top person at times. So I felt like I really could connect with the making of the anime. The animation was really, really well done animations too.
Beautiful. I love the colors.
The color scheme. I was talking about mainly the movement, the color scheme too. Oh man, I can't remember the soundtrack, so it probably wasn't that great. But it was a great anime put together. There was a lot of fan service, but I managed to overlook it. I'm not a fan of Surface, but I'm not 100% opposed to it either. If it's in there, honestly, that shit was dope. Goddamn, and I'm gonna end this bitch with
Terraformers.
I'm gonna end it, even though it didn't even end yet, but it started, and I really shouldn't even consider it. But make that like an honorable mention or some shit. But
Once I saw it was censored, I was just like, I'll wait for it to uncensored to come out. But yeah.
No, it's uncensored now. It's uncensored.
Really, I haven't looked that hard for it, but last I checked, there was only like a couple episodes that were uncensored that were available.
The first 4 I think were like censored, maybe even 5, possibly 6. I don't know.
Oh, like you're talking about the rest of the show was uncensored after like the first 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why I didn't get past episode 2. So.
What is it? On Crunchyroll, it's uncensored. But I also read some of the manga, and the reason why I like it is because it reminds me of Titan, the shit our anime podcast is named on.
Titan. What? Tripping over there, man.
I did each other talk about anime shit. Anyway, remind me, it was really gore. The story is cool. It's still developing, but I feel like this would be honorable mention. So I'm gonna be honorably mentioning it. And I'm moving on.
Right.
I passed. So what else take to say about me?
Okay, well, for me, I feel like I had like a lot of anime that I was like that could have been like really good, but like they like let me down. Like, oh man, there was like Aldnoah Zero. I watched Aldnoah Zero and like, oh my god, it was good, and then just like it was weird. But so yeah, that one was like it was one of those mech anime. I don't even like look for mech anime. I don't know how I find myself watching all these mech anime. It's so weird. Because I remember just like a few episodes ago, I was talking about how I don't really watch that many mech anime. But,
yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, I mean, I started watching Code Geass and this, and I'm sure there was something else too. But so yeah, but yeah, it was interesting. I just didn't like how there's this, and it was funny. I watched this one guy's review, and he said like all the stuff like I just totally like understand. Like the main character, the Inoho guy, he's just like this super brilliant dude, and like he can just defeat everyone without thinking about it for more than 30 seconds, and everyone else. They just die, and then this one guy he said in his review, he's like, oh, well, no, it's just the main character, he moves, and everyone else just embraces death, because you figure everyone else, their only 2 plans is either run away or charge directly at them. It's like all these grown men have no plans, so I don't know. And then like I guess I don't want to spoil anything, but the ending was retarded, and then season 2's beginning picked up from the ending another more retarded way. So and then but I know this one's old, but I watched like this whole series in like 2 days. I watched Death Note. Oh my god, Death Note. Death Note was amazing.
You just seen it now?
It was probably, what?
You just saw it?
Yeah, I just finished watching it like I think it was like a week ago when I watched it or something like that. It was not long ago, but I just finished watching Death Note, and then I mean the ending I felt I'm kind of mixed about the ending, but
that's the only reason I haven't watched it. Yeah, I heard the ending was kind
of but it still doesn't take away from the whole series, man. Just watching this, like, oh man, it was amazing. Like literally, like anime doesn't do this to me. Like literally on I want to say the second to last episode, I had to take a break. I was about to have a heart attack. Like my heart was beating so fast. I was just like, holy shit, what the fuck did I just watch?
Intense.
It's insane. So,
it's intense.
Yeah, like it's intense. Like so, even if I wasn't satisfied with how it ended or whatever, just just the fact that it put me in that situation where I was just like, holy shit, like. What the fuck? What kind of anime is this? So yeah, I love Death Note, and yeah, that was amazing. I would probably watch it a second time. Like that's how good it was. And it's 37 episodes too. And then another thing, I started watching a couple of anime on Netflix too. One of the anime that I watched that like isn't really like the type of genre that I watch is I watched The Devil is a Part-Timer. That I watched like that whole series in like a day too. Where basically, as it sounds, like the devil, he flees to
The
Earth.
Devil's a part-timer.
Yeah, he flees to Earth, and then he becomes he works at McDonald's, like basically a knockoff name of McDonald's. He becomes a part-time employee and everything like that. And like once again, that series just kind of ended. It was like a Dead Man Wonderland ending. Like it didn't just like it just ended. It just stopped. But it was one of those shows to where it's just like it's like a sitcom. Like once it ends, it's like okay, whatever, it's over. Like it didn't really bother me when it ended the way that it did. And then I definitely have to like some of the definitely ones I have to mention is like Tokyo Ghoul. I thought was really good, and I just started watching the first episode of season 2 like a couple of days ago, and like freaked out.
Tell me, does it continue off of the first season?
Yes, it does. It continues off the first season. See, like it continues off of the first season. It just doesn't follow the manga. That's all. So like literally the first episode deviates from the manga, but it's written by the guy who wrote the manga, so it's written by the same dude. So
fair enough.
It'll be of the same quality and everything. Yeah. So yeah, I love Tokyo Ghoul. And then Terror in Resonance was another one that I liked too.
Oh, that's what I was forgetting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or Zenkyo no Terror. But that was another one where like the ending, the ending I thought the ending was fine, but it was one of those endings where I didn't know how to feel. I didn't feel like I was satisfied with it, but I didn't feel like I didn't have like major problems with it either. But yeah, Zenkyo no Terror one. And then yeah, there were just like a lot of shows that just had abrupt endings. Like I watched Lord Marksman and Venatus or Mada no Oto Venatus. That was like basically a super fan service action anime. Really, I was surprised I watched the whole thing because there was so much damn fan service in it. But there was still a lot of action in it too. So, but yeah, but like I watched that too, and that one also just kind of cut off. It kind of just ended. And then another one that just ended, but that one also was it told a full story. It was Rage of Bahamut Genesis, which was based off of a card app, like an app card game or something like that, which was also really good. Rage of Bahamut Genesis. That one was like 12 episodes too. And a lot of these series were like really short too, but yeah, that one was really good. And then yeah, that's about all I watched. And then like all the other stuff I started watching, like I just started watching the new winter stuff. But that's this year. Like I started watching this anime called Death Parade, and then this other one called Yatsubo no Maria. It's like a witch, and she's like, and this is funny because they already had like these like funny jokes like right at the beginning of that show. Like this one, she's a succubus, so she like sleeps with guys to get them to not go to war. She's like, she comes up and she's like, oh man, my jaw hurts. I think I've been using it too much. And then the witch is like, well, why is your jaw hurt? And like the whole episode, she's like still thinking like, why her jaw? Like funny shit like that.
Just doesn't think about it.
And then yeah, and then the last anime that I watched that I can think of right now is I watched the first season of Heaven's Lost Property, which I like. That was another one that was like, it just seemed like it was just like fan service all the way. But like, and I also noticed though, like if I do watch something that has fan service in it, it has to have action, like something in it. But I remember the moment when I decided I was gonna watch the rest of the series, because it was like legit making me laugh out loud. Like it was the second episode I think where the Angeloid chick, the main character, the angel chick, she turns a bunch of panties into life.
Icarus, yeah.
Icarus, yeah. She turns a bunch of panties into life, and they start flying around like a flock of birds. And oh my god, that had me laughing so fucking hard. I was like, I have to watch the series.
I remember when I
do it
first
justice.
saw that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, what kind of bullshit is this? So yeah.
The grandfather tells him, like, if you ever see a girl's panties fly, shoot it in the ass.
Yeah, but then I don't know if I'll finish watching the second series, Forte, though, because that one was like, it's almost like twice the amount of fan service in it. Like it was almost too much. Like literally, like the first episode, it was about him trying to overcome his manly urges or something. He was getting like boners and burying his porn mags and stuff, and just tits and tits and tits. I was like, god damn, calm it down. Like, where's the plot in this anime? You know, so.
Sounds like you're a type of an otaku.
I know. I'm like, oh, let me stop. I'm gonna start to recess into otaku territory. So, yeah, but and then I started watching Durarara. I'm on episode like 5 of that. I noticed it like changes like perspectives each episode from what I've watched so far. But yeah, because I saw the second season come out, so I was like, oh, well, let me catch up with the first season. So, yeah. So.
Can I say right now, Durarara is the best anime of 2015, hands down. Season 2.
I gotta.
You can't talk.
I gotta watch it more.
You got a black girl with a big ass is your profile picture. You can't talk. Okay, you're done.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about?
And then I did like the first half of Sword Art Online second season. Like I thought that was pretty good, but after that, that's when it was.
Lies. What? No, you didn't watch the same anime I did, but that's your opinion. Continue.
Like it was what it was. But yeah, those are the anime that I watched so far, anyways, this year.
Can I just say,
2014.
I couldn't watch the rest of the Seiyo.
What?
Seiyo or Gungale, GGO.
Oh yeah, I watched the whole GGO part, but after that I couldn't watch.
No spoilers.
I watched when they stopped the bad guy, and then there was a almost rape scene, and I was like, I can't do this, man. I can't do this. This anime's not for me.
Okay, with that anime, this isn't spoiling anything, but you know what I think what made the anime worth watching that I think, it's not, like, it takes away from it, well, this, I guess it's kind of a minor spoiler, but not really, but, no, okay, so, like, the show, like, there's always, like, this imminent, like, real-life threat, even though they're in a game. There is, like, an actual threat, like, your life is on the line or whatever it may be. And now, where the show is now, there is no real-life threat. They're literally just playing a game. So, like, then it's just kind of like, there's no, like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Like, why even care? Like, I don't need to watch it. Like, yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel like.
That's kind of how it was after the first, like, 15 episodes, except for the fact that they were trying to find a Shuna. But, I mean, it was basically a harem. I don't know. I haven't seen Gun Gale or
Have you
like
seen
this second
the
half.
OVA in between the extra edition? I
Like
just
that
watched it.
85-minute.
So you're talking about like the movie? It's basically just a recap. So like I watched
It's
like
an
the
80-minute
first-
recap with
It was like
10 minutes of new footage.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
80-minute
yeah,
recap.
something like that.
Like what?
Yeah, and like, he was like inside of a hospital room, like talking or something like that. I watched like the first
Like
20
what?
minutes. I'm like, man, I'm not watching this shit. Fuck this.
It was
Like,
an 80-minute recap.
I watched it. I actually
No,
watched it.
It was
because when I finished Sword Art Online season 1, like I watched it late. Season 2 was already available, so I was just like, why would I watch that? I'm just gonna skip to watch. Like maybe I would have watched it if that was like the last thing available at the time for Sword Art Online stuff, but because there was still more after the fact, I was like, nah. I was like, skip that. Just keep going to season 2. So yeah.
I saw it, and then I was watching, I think, on Crunchyroll, and I was skimming through it, and I was like, I've seen this. And then, like, I get to the end, there's like 7-10 minutes of like new footage, and it's like, y'all
And then
just
it's not
made,
even
like
important
a
anyways. Like
biggest
you can skip
recap
it.
out of
And,
it. Like, no, it had no effect on the entire story. It's just them killing shit. Like,
Honestly,
You know
it was
what's
just a
the
big
good-
promo for season 2.
But you know, well, I mean, like I like skipped in between points, but then I got into season 2, and like I didn't feel like there's missing details, and like there's gaps in between that I'm like I felt like I jumped from season 1 to season 2, and like because it went on like a year or something ahead of time, anyways. But I did see the part where they were like at a school for like SAO survivors or something like that. But you know what I think, and I've noticed this on a lot of shows, what I think is a good indicator on whether or not the show, like whether or not this episode is like canon or worth watching, because like they had like this in Heaven's Lost Property, High School of the Dead, and just like all these shows, you know that you're not watching the show anymore when it starts out on a beach and they're in swimsuits. Like if it's a beach vacation episode, you're like, oh, skip that one. Because that's what they always do. Like there was another, like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention another anime I watched, Trinity 7. There was a swimsuit episode in that one too, but yeah, like
Best,
yeah,
best
whenever,
episodes right there. Best episode.
like whenever you see like, oh, we're going to the beach, oh, skip next episode. You're like, or I'm not watching that one because it's obviously not gonna have anything to do with the story. They're gonna be partying at the beach all day, so yeah, that's how you know.
Thisvthattv, what are your top goddamn anime?
A lot older because, I mean, as people probably know by now, I watch stuff pretty late. So the first few are going to be in no particular order, and I have to make sure there's stuff I actually watched this year instead of like late 2013. But,
School Rumble.
that'll probably be an honorable mention on the list. But I have to mention Kokoro Connect. I really enjoyed that. I watched that this year. I'm pretty sure I watched Shiki early this year too, so I have to give that a note as well. Tiger and Bunny, I really enjoyed that series as well. Let's see, what else did I watch this year? Let's see. Attack on Titan, that's at least an honorable mention, at least, if not in my top 5 I watched last year. But my number one, without a doubt, I think at this point, because I just finished rewatching it and reviewing it soon, shameless plug, but Shinseki Yori, a.k.a. From the New World, probably my favorite series I watched all of last year. So, really good series. So, I don't think anything, I don't think, there was nothing better than that I saw last year.
I added one series to my Crunchyroll list that my queue that I like that you wrote a review on the what was it called? It was like a long ass name. Our problem children are coming from another world or something like that. I watched that review and then I was like, that sounds interesting. I kind of want to watch that now. So then, because like that's one of those things I would never think like, oh, let me watch this. But then I was like, nah, I think I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm like in the like I watched like the first half of the first episode, so I'll probably watch that too. But yeah.
It's from what I heard, it's similar to No Game No Life, but I haven't seen No Game No Life yet. So
I'm gonna need you to get into this sub, bro. I'm gonna need you to get into this sub. Like, that should be your resolution, bro.
I'll watch it. When it gets dubbed, I'm right there.
No, bro, you need to watch it now. Now, all right. Not now, but now. All right, moving on. What's your list, man?
My list, since we all kind of like talked a very long length of all the things we watch, I'm also gonna talk about the top 3, the ones that I really enjoyed. I would also give a shout out to Shinseki Yori. It's a beautiful anime, one of the most well-told animes I've seen all year. Like story-wise, just solid. And I just saw that you did an unboxing video for Shinseki Yori. We gotta clap to that.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw.
You didn't see
Wait, huh?
shit.
Wait, what? Shinsekai who?
From
It's from the New World. From the New World.
World.
From the
Oh.
New World. But for my top three, my number 3 favorite anime of the year has to go to freaking Defrag. Defrag was the most fun I had with an anime all year. It had me laughing non-stop. The way that the main character always reacted to a situation was priceless. And I think it is the only anime in the top 3 that I've watched multiple times. Like, I would just go back and watch it again. In fact, 2 days ago, I was having a somewhat shitty day, and I was like, you know what could cheer me up? Defrag, and I just watched Defrag again. It's a solid comedy anime, and it has a lot of the romantic comedy tropes that I truly enjoy. You know how you guys make fun of the beach episodes? I like beach episodes because they're golden opportunities for romantic comedy situations.
I bet you also like when like schools go to like spas together too, don't you?
I love it because
Hot springs.
Yeah, those episodes too.
it's a treasure trope for comedic gold, man. Like, that's awesome.
They definitely have their place.
Yeah, I mean, there's a purpose to them. It's just not really, it's not really deeply woven into the story. Just saying.
Gotta throw
But
it in
anyway,
there.
continuing. So that was my favorite. That's my third favorite. My second one is an anime called True Tears, which is without a doubt the best drama anime I've seen in like years. I can't remember when I saw Anohana and what's it called? What was that other one? Shit. Something Honey and Clover. Since those two, and that was in 2002 or 2012 that I watched those two. So since 2012, True Tears has been the best drama anime I've ever seen. I relate to all the characters, especially the main character, and the way that it ended is a bit somber. It's sad because the character ends up with a character that you didn't want him to end up with, but in the reality of the story, it makes sense why he ended up with that character. You know, it was logical. Whereas the other girl is just, you know, we wanted her. She was a fan favorite, but it just wasn't the choice that, you know, the main character would have chosen. And if we're gonna be realistic here, and that's what the whole thing is. It's a realistic story, and it really felt down to earth, and I loved it. But as for my number 1 favorite, I mean, there's no competition when it comes
Legend
to
of Korra. Nah.
Exactly. Legend of Korra, let's go.
What
But
is it?
would have to be, this is going to shock all of you, this really cool anime I saw called Attack on Anime. It's the storytelling in this anime is just amazing. And the main characters, because I'm black and the relationship between those two is just, it's beautiful. I feel a bond between them. And I think there's like some type of romantic vibe between them. I have yet to see
Nah,
it.
man. I know what you're talking about.
The
I don't
weakest
see it at all.
character. The weakest character. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite anime this year that I saw, or last year that I saw, was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Everything in that story just fit so.
Wait. Are you serious right now?
Yes.
You just now watched that.
I mean, it's 64
Coming,
episodes. And
coming from the guy that just saw Death Note.
I'm just, yeah. And
Hey,
Death Note's
man.
only 37 episodes.
I consider that Tony's the one who just watches like anime non-stop, like goes through like 7 series a day.
Yeah, I do watch anime nonstop, but I have to watch animes in reasonable length. Freaking Full Metal Alchemist is 64 episodes long. I was lucky to even watch it. You know, I have to watch normally animes that are 12 to maybe 26 episodes long, and to get a review out in a week, it's a lot of hard work. In fact, I'm watching Akame ga Kill right now, and I'm only on episode 4.
Hey, here's some advice. Don't get emotionally attached to anybody.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is it's Game of Thrones. It's Game of Thrones, basically.
It's just
Basically, you don't know who's gonna die.
No. Look, don't get emotionally attached. But you don't even like the sky, bro. Don't even like the sky.
Well, I like where it's going so far. It's really good, and the first episode just really cemented what I'm in for too. So, and I like what they did with him always remembering his 2 best friends. I like that. I didn't like if they made him forget about them. Anyway, back to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, everything in that anime just worked perfectly. The action scenes were good, the animation solid, voice acting by Funimation is on point. The story is very compelling and has the best end game scenario I've seen in any medium all year, and probably in the last few years. Like, it's all building up to this final battle with the homunculus, and it's beautifully done. It's like epic as shit, and all the stories are resolved. It's nice. The only problem that I had is that when the story ended, I wanted to see what they were doing next. Like, there was so much more to be done, and I wanted to see it. But of course, you can't satisfy that itch. The story ended at the point that it needed to end. It was a good conclusion. So
There are a lot of anime like that. Like, you just don't ever want it to end. I mean, well, then there's some anime that go on too long, but
It's like Naruto. Naruto never needs to end. One Piece never needs to end. 700 more Narutos out there.
Honestly, that's what made me mad about the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood movie. The Sacred Star of Milos. I thought it was going to be like, oh, it's a continuation. No, it's just somewhere in the middle somewhere. It's like,
I like anime like that, though, where it actually ends with a decent story. And
wraps up.
knows when to stop. Yeah.
that wasn't even decent. It was
Just give
actually
me some
good to me.
that's all I asked for.
I feel like, what is it? I think more anime needs to be like Full Metal, minus the fact, well, even with the fact that Full Metal is like one of the few animes where the second season was actually better than the first season, because we're not gonna lie, the first season was basically 80% filler.
I mean, it's
No,
wait, the first season of what?
Brotherhood?
Full Metal
Brotherhood wasn't filler.
A final of Full Metal.
Full Metal. Well,
Honestly, it was them
Brotherhood
just wanting to place, but Brotherhood was a legit
Brotherhood.
story.
Well, I mean, Brotherhood wasn't a second season. It was a reboot. It was like a different show.
Oh, word?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah, like if you watch like the first 10 episodes of each series, they're exactly the same. They don't even deviate until like halfway through, because like on the second half of Fullmetal Alchemist, like the first show, like it deviates from the manga, and then the Brotherhood is loyal to the manga from start to finish.
Oh, true.
Like there are even facts like the homunculi's names get switched around in Fullmetal Alchemist as opposed to Brotherhood. Like,
that was a damn shame. That was a damn shame.
But I mean, the original Fullmetal Alchemist was still good though. But I feel like Brotherhood was better.
Brotherhood was.
It was better.
Brotherhood.
It was hands down better. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So that's my list, gentlemen. Just some for you guys to think about. Just something you to think about.
2015. What are y'all looking forward to? I was gonna say this would go first, but you got it, Tony.
Oh no, I was clearing my throat, but I guess I don't know. I have to wait till one of my subscribers votes on an anime, because that's how I watch my animes.
True.
Although I'm really interested to see this one that because this month is called Tony's Picks, so I get to pick animes that I'm interested in seeing. There's this one called 1 Week Friends, and it's about this boy who sees this girl. Yeah, I know it's cliche, boy meets girl, but apparently she loses her memory every week, so she restarts at the first of every week, and he just keeps on becoming her friend every single week, just restart.
Like that Adam Sandler movie.
51st. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing when I heard about it too. I was like, so 51st Dates, the anime.
Yeah. Well, that sounds fun. Yo, you could. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna say.
What the fuck?
What's wrong with you?
I was just saying. We're not gonna go. We're gonna just skip past what I say. You can legit.
You're right.
You're gonna say something.
It's gonna be so controversial. I'm not even gonna say it.
Say it, goddammit.
All right.
I kind of want to know now.
Nah, man. Look, anyway, you can Bill Cosby the girl and then continue on with your life. Anyway, what's your top picks?
What did you say, Bill Cosby?
Dang.
Damn.
Anyway, let's just move on.
Damn.
Where were we? What animes were we looking for? Tony, you already done?
I already said like.
Okay.
Who's next?
In terms of what's coming out, like this in 2015, I'm not sure because I haven't really looked at the spring and summer schedules or whatever. But in terms of old stuff that I'm planning to watch this year, Log Horizon, so definitely on the list. I'm going to watch it.
I'm sorry.
All right. Let's see. I think Love with Chinibio and Other Delusions. I think I might watch that this year too. And Yeah, I don't think I've thought that far ahead. And I need to finish Shakugan no Shana. So that's on my list right now.
Get on that, man. Get on that.
Almost in season 3. Almost there.
God damn, Anthony, what you trying to watch, man? What you trying to do is fucking homeboy. What you trying to do, Playboy?
Whatever the fuck you said. Well, I said a couple of the ones like the Yatsuba no Maria, the witch one, and then Death Parade. And I watched, so there's only one episode so far, Death Parade, but like so that one is really trippy. Like basically, what the first episode, like it's like one of those sequential series where like each episode focuses on a different group of people, but like there's like a main group of people though. But so like the first episode is like this, like it's basically where you go to, it's like limbo, where you go to after you die, and then you play a game to decide if you go to heaven or hell. And so these guys, they're playing, like they're the husband and wife. They both died, and so they're playing darts with each other, and like, there's like different parts of their body on the dartboard, and then if they hit that part of the dart, then they actually get hurt there on the inside of their bodies, and so that, and then they actually, like, if they actually start to get to their head, and they start to argue with each other, and like actually try to kill each other, because at first they're like, we're not doing this, we're not gonna kill each other, and like it gets like really psychological and emotional and stuff, and just like it seems like really fucked up, but it was really interesting. Like I was kept trying to like see what was gonna happen next. So like that was the one where I watched where like it really got my attention. And then also, despite how I felt about the first season, I'm still looking forward to watching the second season of Aldino Zero. I watched that first episode, and then I watched the second season of Tokyo Ghoul and stuff like that. And then there are some others that I don't know necessarily this is their first like if they're just starting, but I'm gonna go watch the Yona of the Dawn and World Trigger. I like those were some that I was gonna watch too. Things like that.
I'm watching World Trigger now. It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah. And then what else is there? Can't think of anything else at the top of my head. But yeah, most of the stuff that I'm watching, they're like just like second seasons of stuff, like stuff that the new seasons are coming out, things like that. But and like I am still watching Magi and stuff like that. So yeah. And then also this other anime I'm watching. Well, I'm not watching it, but I'm probably going to watch. And it's just I'm hesitating to start it just because it's not the type of genre that I'm used to. But it's called Shigatsu wa Kimi no Shigatsu no hold on. It's called whatever it's called. It's called Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, and it's like a music anime. It's about some chick with a violin or something. I don't know what it's about.
That's fancy.
I love the
it was
description. A chick with a violin. It's a perfect description.
Someone said it was good. Someone said it was good. It's like, oh, watch this. I'm like, but I keep looking at it like I don't know if I want to watch this, but yeah, I mean, it's also like a romance anime too. I don't really watch those either, so. But yeah. Piano Prodigy and dominates the competition or some shit. Child musicians. It's like a bunch of musicians and they're falling in love, stuff like that. Something. They're all prodigies or whatever. You know how they are in Asia. All them 12-year-olds. They're like piano prodigies.
Like shit. The day they come out the vagina practice on.
They are Mozart. Yeah.
For me, my animes I'm anticipating for 2015 or mangas, not really mangas, but Durarara season 2 started yesterday. I'm filming this on a Sunday, so it happened yesterday. This was a Saturday, the 10th, I think. Yeah, the 10th. Durarara season 2. You know, I'm hyped for that. I heard a rumor that No Game No Life was coming winter. It's coming. Yeah, season 2 is coming winter.
Really? I can't wait to see that.
I hope so.
Okay, I can check. The winter simulcast. I have a list for that. The stuff like that. Let's see.
And then Attack on Titan season whatever.
2016.
Oh, that's 2016. Okay, well, look better. I'm gonna see the Ghost in the Shell is having a animated movie, another adaptation coming out this year. Not the one about Skojo, but you know that's bad. But a different one, so I'm gonna look for that. I really can't think of anything else. I'm gonna look forward to whatever comes out. You know, I'm gonna be on it. Mainly action anime, all that. And
you're gonna be in there like swimwear.
I'm gonna be there, man, all day, every day, up in that thing, man.
Does No Game No Life have a different Japanese name?
I doubt it. Nah. It's not coming out. It was just a rumor. Don't lie to me. Give it to me straight, doc. But
the list I'm looking at, they have like Japanese names for stuff. That's why.
I doubt it. But I think that's all I got for. I'm anticipated for. Y'all got anything y'all want to say before we end it?
I need to go to bed.
Thisvthattv.
No, other than to check, make sure to check all the other episodes of the podcast if you missed them, and that this will be delayed on getting up on iTunes and Stitcher Radio.
Anthony.
Just watch anime and don't become an otaku, and you're good to go.
Well,
Too late.
with that said, I'm Cuz I'm Black. This is Black China, and I guess we're done with the podcast. We'll catch you later, man. Like, comment, subscribe to all of us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. The links will be below. We out.